Okay, we have a special English for the petroleum geology in this semester. Uh, we read and translate uh, some parts of a book that relates to petroleum geology. Of course, we translate to the Persian, but uh, we read the English text, English paragraphs from the books. Uh, in the past 3 weeks, I have uh, taught the, about 20 pages of this book. I have read the paragraphs, translate them to the Persian. You can read from page 1 to 20. Today, we start from page 20 of these books. We read the paragraph and I translate it to the Persian. Uh, in the length of semester, we read some parts of this book. Uh, After the chapter 2, we go to the chapter 9. We go to the chapter 9 and we begin from the beginning of the chapter 9. Do you see the paragraph? If you see the paragraph which starts with the structure of the Earth's crust, please write number 5. Okay, very good. Very good. I have sent the book yesterday in the group. If anyone hasn't downloaded it, please download it and use the book for our work. Okay, let's read from the beginning of this paragraph. A structure of the Earth's crust. The Earth is estimated to be about 4.5 billion years old. Even the sedimentary rocks that generated and hold gas and oil are millions to hundreds of millions of years old. Where did these sedimentary rock layers come from? During the vast expanse of geological time, sea level has not been constant but has been rising and falling. During the rise and fall of sea level, sediments were deposited in layers. Sands were deposited along the ancient beaches. Mud was deposited in the shallow seas offshore, and seashells were deposited in shell beds. These ancient sediments form the sedimentary rocks that are drilled to find gas and oil. The rise and fall of sea level has occurred in numerous cycles. Figure 2.7. The largest cycles occur every few hundreds of millions of years. There are shorter cycles within the large cycles and even shorter cycles within them. At least 5 orders of sea level cycles have occurred. with the shortest occurring every few tens of thousands of years. The shorter cycles are caused by the freezing and melting of glaciers. Okay, this is a paragraph. If you have any question, please ask it. If you haven't any question, I will begin from the beginning of this paragraph. I read the sentence by sentence, and translate it to the Persian. Okay? Structure of the Earth's crust. ساختار پوسته زمین. This is in Persian. ساختار پوسته زمین. Mr. Sajjad, please translate this to the Arabic for me. I know what that means in the Arabic. Structure of the Earth's crust. What does it mean in Arabic? Very good, very good, very good, excellent. Okay, okay. Okay, the next sentence. The Earth is estimated to be about 4.5 billion years old. برآورد میشه که سن زمین حدود 4.5 میلیارد سال است. And Mr. Sajjad, what does it mean in Arabic? Billion. In Arabic, you say billion. Yes? In Farsi, in Persian, we said milliard. Yes, milliard. Milliard. Yes, yes. Billion. Billion is American. Milliard is English. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. In Britain, they say milliard, but in American, they say billion. The authors of this book are American. Okay. Yes. Even the sedimentary rocks that generated and hold gas and oil are millions to hundreds of millions of years old. In Persian, حتی سنگ‌های رسوبی که نفت و گاز را ایجاد کرده و نگه داشته‌اند میلیون ها تا صدها میلیون سال سن دارند. And Mr. Sajjad, what does it mean in Arabic? For me, not for others. Yes. Okay. Where did these sedimentary rock layers come from? این لایه های سنگ های رسوبی از کجا آمده اند؟ During the vast expanse of geological time, sea level has not been constant, but has been rising and falling. در هنگام این مدت زمان زیاد زمان زمین شناسی سطح دریا ثابت نبوده بلکه افت و خیز داشته است. Yes, Mr. Adham, it's very clear. Yes, it's very simple. Yes. During the rise and fall of sea level, sediments were deposited in layers. در هنگام افت و خیز سطح دریا، رسوب‌ها به صورت لایه‌هایی نهشته شده‌اند. Sands were deposited along the ancient beaches. Mud was deposited in the shallow sea offshore, and seashells were deposited in shell beds. ماسه ها در طول ساحل های قدیمی نهشته شدند. گل در آبهای کم عمق نهشته شده و پوسته ها صدف های دریایی در لایه های صدفی نهشته شده است. These ancient sediments form the sedimentary rocks that are drilled to find gas and oil. این رسوبات قدیمی سنگ‌های رسوبی را تشکیل می‌دهند که برای یافتن گاز و نفت درشون حفاری انجام میشه. The rise and fall of sea level has occurred in numerous cycles. Figure 2.7. افت و خیز سطح دریا در چرخه‌های متعددی رخ داده. شکل 2.7. The largest cycles occurred every few hundreds of millions of years. بزرگترین چرخ‌ها هر چند صد میلیون سال رخ میده. There are shorter cycles within the large cycles and even shorter cycles within them. چرخه‌های کوتاه‌تری درون چرخه‌های بزرگ هست و حتی چرخه‌های کوتاه‌تری درون این چرخه‌های کوتاه وجود داره. At least 5 orders of sea level cycles have occurred, with the shortest occurring every few tens of thousands of years. حداقل 5 رتبه چرخه سطح دریا رخ داده که کوتاه‌ترین این چرخه‌ها در هر چند ده هزار سال رخ می‌دهد. The shorter cycles are caused by the freezing and melting of glaciers. چرخ‌های کوتاه‌تر به وسیله ذوب شدن و منجمد شدن یخسارها رخ می‌دهند. Okay, let's begin. In Tulsa, Oklahoma, a typical section of the Earth's crust, about 5,000 foot, 1,500 meters, or 1,500 meters of well-layered sedimentary rocks are underlined by very old metamorphic or igneous rocks. Figure 2.8. There are about 100 layers of sedimentary rocks. Sands form the rock sandstone, mud forms the rock shale, and seashells form the rock limestone. The unproductive rocks for gas and oil, usually igneous and metamorphic rocks underlying the sedimentary rocks, are called basement rocks. When drilling encounters basement rock, the drilling is usually stopped. Okay, and I translate it into Persian. In Tulsa, Oklahoma, a typical section of the Earth's crust, about 5,000 foot, 1,500 meters of well-layered sedimentary rocks are underlined by very old metamorphic or igneous rocks. Figure 2.8. در شهر تالسا در ایالت اوکلاهامای امریکا یک برش شاخص از پوسته زمین که شامل 5,000 فوت یا 1,500 متر سنگ‌های رسوبی با لایه‌بندی خوب هست، در زیرش سنگ‌های دگرگونی یا آذرین بسیار قدیمی قرار گرفته، شکل 2.8. There are about 100 layers of sedimentary rocks. حدود 100 لایه سنگ رسوبی وجود داره. Mr. Sajjad, what does sedimentary rock means in Arabic? Sedimentary rock, can you hear me? What does sedimentary rock in Arabic means? Yes, in Arab, sedimentary rock. In Persian, we say سنگ رسوبی. What does it? رسوبی؟ صخور رسوبی. Okay. صخور for rock. Yes. Okay. Very good. صخور. In Persian, in singular, we say صخره. Okay. Anyone has any question? No? Okay. Sands form the rock sandstone, mud forms the rock shale, and seashells form the rock limestone. ماسه ها ماسه سنگ رو تشکیل میدن. گل سنگ شیل رو تشکیل میده و صدف‌های دریایی سنگ آهک رو تشکیل میده. The unproductive rocks for gas and oil, usually igneous and metamorphic rocks underlying the sedimentary rocks, are called basement rocks. سنگ‌های غیر مولد برای نفت و گاز، معمولاً سنگ‌های آذرین و دگرگونی که در زیر سنگ‌های رسوبی قرار می‌گیرند، سنگ‌های پیسنگ نامیده می‌شوند. Basement rocks. In Persian we say پیسنگ. In Arabic, what does it mean? Basement. اساس. Not sedimentary rocks, but igneous and metamorphic rocks. Igneous and metamorphic rocks, yes. Igneous and metamorphic rocks are unproductive because the heat in them destroy the organic materials. Destroy the organic materials. Igneous rocks because they are from the melted materials, from magma, from lava. They are hot. And metamorphic rocks, they are also from the warm rocks, from the hottest rocks, but not melted. But the heat is enough to destroy the organic materials. When drilling encounters basement rock, the drilling is usually stopped. هنگامی که حفاری به پیسنگ برخورد میکنه، حفاری متوقف میشه. اوکی. میس مونا. Yes, because in class we have Iranian student and I must translate it into Persian. This is figure 2.8. Cross section of the Earth's crust. برش ارضی پوسته زمین. You can see the sandstone, sands, shale, muds, limestone, shales. They are all sedimentary rocks and the basement rock. The basement rock that are igneous or metamorphic rocks. در اینجا شما سنگ‌های رسوبی، صخور رسوبی هم می‌بینید که ماس سنگ، شیل و آهک رو تشکیل میده. pores منفذ. In Persian we say منفذ. water, gas or oil. آب، گاز یا نفت. Okay, do you know that we have a class in the afternoon? The continue of this class is in afternoon. Mrs. Mona, your voice is very weak. Mr. Sajjad, do you hear me, Mr. Sajjad? We have the part 2 of this class in the afternoon. Yes, we have 2 parts of this class. Morning at 7:30 a.m. and afternoon at 5:15 p.m. 7:13 a.m. 5:30. Yes, today, Wednesdays. All Wednesdays, we have 2 parts of the English course. 7:13 a.m. and 5:15 p.m. Tehran time. Okay, I think for the morning it is enough. Yes? All of the students. Is it enough for the morning? I think, of course, it is enough. What do you think about that? Mr. Omar wrote yes. Yes, of course. Because I think you have the other class after this. Yes, uh, I think it is two reasons. One, 3 hours class is not very good. We, you and me will be tired. Yes, one, two. Uh, in the primary programs that I set for this semester, I program another class after this. That later it omitted. That class omitted. Uh, Therefore, I uh, I this class is will be in 2 parts. Okay, do you agree or not to this? All of the students. It's okay, Mr. Rami Salah. Other students? Okay. The second lecture will be at 5:15 p.m. Tehran time. 5:15 p.m. Tehran time. Uh, You have a course in this semester. Its name is Advanced Structural Geology. Advanced Structural Geology، زمینشناسی ساختاری پیشرفته. Advanced Structural Geology with Professor Asadi. Today it is not, will be not the class because his laptop has a problem. Uh, he cannot lecture today. Uh, it will be next week. From the next week, maybe the teacher may change, and I replace Professor Asadi. Yes, of course. I uh, Would you please repeat your question again? Most, oh yes, most oil fields in the world are in the sedimentary rocks. Some of them, some of them are in metamorphic and igneous rocks, but they are not primary. They are are secondary. It, it means that organic materials, organic materials, after the rocks have formed, entered the rocks and decayed and changed to the hydrocarbons. But in the nature, it is rare. In the nature, they are very rare. Most of the oil fields are in the sedimentary rocks. Not shale. No. Shale is the oh, shale. Maybe. Yes, maybe. Yes, but they are not, I mean, they are rare. For example, in Texas, in America, we have some of the oil fields in the igneous and metamorphic rocks, but they are very rare.